Hey foodies! Welcome back to our channel guys. If you're new here, you're watching Get Set and Cook with Pratima and Chandana. So as you guys just saw, today's recipe is this delicious dhaba style paneer. If you're someone who likes dhaba style food, this recipe is absolutely for you. If you haven't had dhaba style food, I strongly urge you to try this out. I'm sure you'll love it. Over here, I've taken about 200 grams of paneer and have chopped them up into pieces. About 1 medium-sized onion that I've made into puree, 2 medium-sized tomatoes that I've made into puree, some coriander, oil, besan or kadle hittu as we call it in Kannada, some dhania powder, garam masala, red chili powder, some salt, some jeera, dried kasuri methi guys, crushed up cinnamon, cloves and cardamom, 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, some desi ghee, 1 teaspoon of black pepper powder and a pinch of turmeric. Let's get started guys. First you want to marinate the paneer and let it rest for about 30 minutes. So I'm taking about 200 grams of paneer here and adding about 1 teaspoon of salt to it. If you want, you can add in more paneer as well. You'll have to adjust the marination accordingly. I've also added about 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. Now I'm adding in about half a teaspoon of garam masala. And I'm going to add in about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric to this. Pro tip here guys, if you're going to mix the paneer like this, there's high chances that it would break. So instead of mixing it with a spoon or spatula, toss them like this so that they can mix well and will not break as well. Once this is all mixed, I'm going to rest this for 30 minutes. While that's resting, let's get into the other part of the preparation. I've taken a kadai to which I've added 3 to 4 teaspoons of oil and now I'm adding about 2 to 3 teaspoons of ghee. Now since this is a dhaba style recipe, they'll add in a lot of oil and ghee, but if you're someone who's a little health conscious, you can add in little amounts of oil and ghee. Once this heats up for a while, I'm going to add in about 1 teaspoon of jeera, and once the jeera turns golden brown, I'm going to add in about 1 inch of cinnamon, 3 to 4 cloves and 1 to 2 cardamom, all crushed well. To this I'm also going to add in about 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. Cook this well until the raw flavor of ginger and garlic disappears. After about a minute, I'm adding about 1 medium-sized onion here. Now the onion I've made it into a puree, but if you're someone who doesn't have an access to a mixer, you can finely chop up the onion and add that as well. I'm going to cook the onion until they fry until about golden brown in color. I'm adding about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric and giving it a good mix. Try to incorporate turmeric as much as you can guys because it's really healthy for us. Now I've taken about 1 teaspoon of kasuri methi which I have roasted for about 30 seconds, crushed that in and added it into our mixture. Give that a good mix and add in tomato puree. I've taken about 2 medium-sized tomatoes, raw tomatoes guys, and I've made that into a puree. Pro tip here, whenever you're making tomatoes into a puree, they tend to get a little sour than usual. So you want to cook it very nicely. So here I've cooked the tomato puree for at least 10 to 15 minutes on low flame, to which I added about 1 teaspoon of salt and about 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. Also adding in about half a teaspoon of garam masala and about 1 teaspoon of dhania powder. I like the taste of black pepper powder, so I'm adding in about 1 teaspoon of black pepper also, but if you don't like it, you can skip that. Give this a good mix and let it cook on low flame for about 5 to 6 minutes. I'm also adding about 1 teaspoon of besan here. Now besan, groundnuts, cashew nuts, all these are agents that actually bring all your ingredients together, so they act as binding agents, guys. If you don't have besan or you don't want to add it, you can skip this step. After adding the besan, mix it well until the raw flavors of besan are gone. After about 3 to 4 minutes, I've added about 2 to 3 tablespoons of coriander. After that, add about 150 ml of water to this mixture and give it a good mix and let this cook. In the meanwhile, let's fry our paneer a little bit so that they'll be tender. I'm adding about 1 to 2 teaspoons of ghee here. I'm adding in all the marinated paneer that we had left resting for about half hour. I'm going to give it a gentle toss for about 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes should do, guys. Be gentle and try not to break any paneer. Once they're nicely fried for about 2 to 3 minutes, let's add this into our sabzi mixture. I'm adding some more water and giving it a gentle mix here. Let this cook for another 4 to 5 minutes on low heat. Once it looks something like this, you can serve it, guys. If you want the consistency to be a little thinner, you can add some more water. This recipe tastes really good with chapati, puri and rice. It's a good dinner recipe, guys. So please try it out. I'm sure you'll love it. Let us know in the comment section if you like it and what you want us to make next. If you like this, please like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much for watching.